My beautiful stars, reading time. All right, we're going for Unspoken Oracle. Fresh start at the bottom. This is good. All right, main collective. One more. They're coming out quite quick today. All right. So we've got breaking point. Maybe you're feeling a little bit emotionally drained. I'm going back to that fresh start at the bottom. Maybe you're coming out of this breaking point, although you could be feeling a little bit emotionally drained, realizing certain limits that you have right now, also trying to release control. You've got right person, wrong time. A connection that maybe happened too soon. Your paths weren't ready when you guys met. Deep emotion still remains through distance. Maybe there's been a lot of growth for you since this connection. This says glow up revenge, but I feel more like, I don't think this collective. Oh, this says someone's watching you from afar, spying on your socials, regretting their lost access right now. Realizing your glow up was their karma. Clearly, since whoever this person is, you've gone through some big changes. You could really be going through a glow up era. It's odd. There she is walking with her head high, and there's someone just creeping in the shadows. Okay, power move, taking your power back, choosing peace, staying in silent strength, knowing your self-worth. This is good. Whoever this person is, I feel you hit your breaking point a while ago. For you to truly be going through a glow up, and that's going to be your middle row. I always say that starts from within. This collective, whatever this was, it clearly did drain your peace. And I think you've had a big transition in the soul here. You could be one of my collectives that right now you're going through that transition and really understanding the difference between peace, stability, and chaos. Maybe anyone that's bringing chaos or instability into your life, this person, whoever else, you're knowing your worth right now. Self-sabotage, fear of happiness, doubting blessings, avoiding success, breaking old habits. This kind of sticks out. This seems very centered. This, I think maybe this is something you've grown through as well. We always talk about that field of influence when we know what's right for us, but old habits, especially that come from a traumaed place in the heart, we tend to self-sabotage. And I think for a long time, whatever this situation is, you've always wanted to choose strength, you've always wanted to choose peace, you've always wanted to choose self, but unfortunately you were still in the healing process. So their chaos, their instability, you were still drawn to, right? You'd find strength in the moment, then your little shadow self would creep up and tempt you to unfortunately fall short to this person, where I think there's this kind of realization you're going through that you're not going to self-sabotage yourself anymore. This breaking old habits, I think this is more of a past reflection, right? I feel this collective, you're really starting to understand how much you've grown. And I will say this about breaking point, unless you've been through it, and once this really reaches someone, it's kind of no looking back, especially if you resonate with someone that moves forward more with that feminine energy, that empathy, understanding, very emotionally driven. I always tell you guys, it's hard because you can be so invested for so long, but once that breaking point finally snaps in, 9 times, 10 times out of 10, there's no looking back. And I feel this collective, this, whatever this connection was, it literally reshaped you. And now when it comes to overwhelm or people that make you feel exhausted, drained, And I think this collective, you refuse to let that kind of energy in right now, which is beautiful. Maybe as well, hold on, I want one more for this self-sabotage. You're moving in silence now. Maybe this is where your sabotage used to kick in. You try and explain yourself, explain your feelings, explain your hurts. Maybe you know, whoever this person is, you felt like you put in a lot of energy, chasing energy. Now you just move in silence and grace. There's a big transition here. Your private progress. You've got quiet confidence. You're protecting your energy. You're starting to understand how sacred you are. This says plans are kept sacred, but I'm more feeling you. You understand the power of you. How sacred and special you are. You're being more selective of who you allow to access you. I feel this collective, you've gone through something very major here. I'm hearing this. Look back 6 months, a year ago. I feel you're a completely different person. Be proud of yourself. This is a hard lesson to learn, especially when you put someone in the category of this. It's kind of always holding on to that what if. This collective, there's not holding on to a what if anymore. I like it. All right, let's confirm these. What was your breaking point? Okay, maybe you had good people around you. Maybe you support system here. I feel there was people around you, or even yourself, you learned how to emotionally start grounding. You know the difference between a safe place and we said that before. You're starting to realize what makes you feel still, what makes you feel stable, and the big difference, right? You're clearly healing that need of what drew you in the past. There's people in your life. It's this mutual encouragement. It's that Six of Pentacles. I always say this, and this is why, just bear with me. Anyone that goes through a spiritual awakening, their great awakening, there's a period of isolation you all go through because you're removing past self, past energy. This is where you guys go through that quantum jump. You know, the past job, even for a while, some of you guys, when it comes to even family, you isolate from family, friendships, whatever love was in your life. That time you really just, I call it the magical bubble, right? The magical bubble of evolution. But I always encourage you guys to not stay in that bubble for too long, because it can, unfortunately for some of you guys, it can end up being years that you just completely cut yourself off from the world. And you're missing such valuable lessons by doing that. And one of the biggest things is when you constantly cut yourself off from the world, the people that you're cutting off, right? Everyone in our life gives valuable lessons. And when we're just in isolations, the only way we can get lessons is our emotion, right? Through cosmic triggers, through overwhelms, through the overthinking. That's the only way we can grow. So we're constantly embedded with just all of this emotion. But once you start getting yourself back out there, and once you start being around people that make you feel valued, make you feel understood, make you feel seen, you find the kindness in people again, it does something to the brain. It just alters the chemistry without you even knowing. And when you have this around you, but then you've been overwhelmed and about someone that doesn't give this to you, subconsciously, not at the forefront of your mind, but subconsciously, you're starting to see what good company feels like, what bad company feels like, right? And it's just like this switch that it goes off in your brain. And the more that you align with people like this, and then have people like this that enter, that create this, you naturally start to evaluate and you naturally start to protect your peace. And I feel there's a reason I'm saying it for this collective. There is something here because now you're really starting to understand yourself, and again, what good people feel like to be around. Anything less you're not accepting. And this is also why I tell my divine, especially when you're in your magical bubble, your community, your birthright, what you're meant to do in this world achievement wise, more your pinnacle path, is so important, because even building that community of like-minded people that make you feel valued, it's all little puzzle pieces, right, to kind of come into full circle. And I just feel this collective, this is a huge part of what's made you realize your breaking point. It's not even just this person's behavior, but there's a support system around you that makes you feel safe, and that's beautiful. Okay, right person, wrong time. All right, and you're going through a reset in all areas, but definitely a reset with this. You're questioning this whole thing. I'm hearing it. I had a collective, I think it was last week or the week before. I'm hearing myself say it, and I'm hearing myself say in that collective that the collective felt like they just had lost so much time with focusing on something that they're now realizing just wasn't meant to be. And I remember saying in that reading, nothing is lost time, look at how it's grown you. But there's a reason I'm hearing this. I don't know if this is part of your thought pattern here, that whoever you once envisioned was right person, wrong time. It's like whatever reset you're going through, it is for a very, very big reason. And especially around this time of year, this is such a powerful outlook to be having. And again, whatever time you lost here, you definitely didn't lose any time, but you're learning balance, you're breaking scarcity mindset and cycles, you're rebuilding the right stability. This is powerful. So because, let's take, as much as you may feel you were a bit naive or clouded judgment with this, without this right person, wrong time, you wouldn't be where you are right now. Just try and change that outlook, right? Of feeling like you've lost so much time. Your glow up era. Oh, and your inner glow. What did we say? It started from your inner glow. So you hit your breaking point a while ago here. This external glow up, you've released something. You know, I don't know if you've noticed this, especially for women. It happens for men too. But when you get out of that toxic connection, like you see when you're with the wrong person, it can change you, right? It can change your appearance. But if you leave a connection and you start glowing, you see what the problem was. I'll just tell you that right now. And I feel this collective, it all started with your inner glow, reclaiming your power, your peace within, calm confidence, your authentic beauty radiates. You're aligned. You're feeling magnetic right now. I don't know if you notice this about yourself, but this is your middle row. So you've got, because of inner glow, you're magnetizing. And now you're going through this external glow, and I do think it's affecting people. I don't think you've done it for revenge. I think it was a natural process. Again, reclaiming all the energy that had been unfortunately drained from your beautiful soul. But it's definitely captivating some people. I'm going to have to get tarot to see how you're shining. Just power move. Drifting apart, you know it, you feel it. You're not putting time in it anymore. This is why you've elevated, you've reclaimed your self-worth. Whoever this person, this, I see it as one, different paths. You're starting to realize there's nothing you can say or do to align this person with you. And there's a reason I said part of your self-sabotage was to over-explain or try and get this person to see, or I always say this, it's romanticizing the potential of what someone may be, or, you know, seeing the best in them before they see the best in themselves. You're just starting to realize here, because you're taking back your power and control, you are not aligned. You are different people, and no hard feelings, but you're choosing growth. So you are creating distance here. And this collective, you're doing it with strength, right? This is a very, very powerful energy. I'm going to be honest, I always say this, as readers, we get called to the collectives that need us the most. It's normally a lot of overwhelm. We're normally picking up on people that are really going through some stressful periods, especially in the heart space. This collective, what I'm seeing here, I'm surprised you'd even be watching a reading. I'm going to be honest. So there must be some little underlining things that you're feeling overwhelmed and triggered by. But by the looks of this, I do say everything happens for a reason. Maybe this is coming to you to remember how much strength you've had. Maybe you've had a little bit of temptation of shadow self of recent. Maybe, again, especially if it's been a long habit. I'm just surprised because these are all very powerful. And a power like this, you wouldn't be going outside of yourself for validation. You wouldn't be going and watching tarot. You wouldn't be like, this seems like true inner strength, and it's now outer strength, right? Collective, you'll know what I'm saying. So I don't know if this collective, you've been in so much strength of recent and there's something kind of nagging at you, I guess, again with the cosmic energy. Mercury retrograde, shadow phase, Cancer, Pisces. I was about to say Pisces. This could have started from last retrograde, Pisces, and also our Pluto retrograde, discovering hidden self, certain hidden truths externally that have impacted our environment. There could be a little bit of cosmic testing going on, but this is very field-centered energy. Sabotage, but moving in silence. Yeah, intuitive awake. There is something, unless you're going through another ascension period. I always say ascensions, even if we're doing really well, it does stir up things that still need to be removed. But heightened awareness right now, you're trusting your gifts, you're getting clear downloads, you're being guided by inner knowing, and I'm going to add to that inner peace, right? So this is why you're not self-sabotaging anymore. You're choosing to move in silence here. You're trusting yourself, right? That this is where your trigger point is, clearly. I feel there's something here trying to test you with the old. Don't you fall into the old. Hold on, I want to see how you're shining tarot wise, and I want to quickly get those ethereal insights for this before we keep going. How you're shining to the world around you. And you've got glow up era at the bottom too. Look at all of these flow cards. One more, please. Okay, you could be coming into harvest season. Just with this moving in silence and, Six of Wands. And it's funny because I stopped myself from saying it. When I was looking at this picture, you could actually be like an influence. That's my card of fame. But see how her phone's blowing up? You're in Six of Wands right now. This is a card of being idolized, true recognition, triumph, success. So again, back to this support system. There's something here about you starting to understand the power of you. Victory, idolized, public recognition, winning, sitting in good news, progression, fame. I always say that Six of Wands reminds me a lot of One energy as well. I always say One, you guys were born to be center stage, life path ones. You light up a room, and I'm just feeling this collective. If this is how you're shining energetically, you were destined for big things. I think this was a shackle that was stopping you from your greatness because it was impacting you with self-doubt and affecting your confidence. But now that you've released this, and again, it's you can, the right collective, you can see it. It's started from within, reclaiming your power. I actually feel this collective, you might have something big knocking at your door. It's good energy. Like I said, I feel that's harvest season coming for you. A big reward here through all of your hard work. Maybe this journey has felt quite slow for you, but I think it was perfectly designed for you, whoever you are, because how I explain it, I really do feel this collective, you were someone that really used to move through life with emotion, and especially if you are really destined for big things. Some people can handle being that overnight success, right? It's destined for them. Other people, they cannot, and it will break them. And if you are a collective, you've had to work on confidence and self-doubt and really activate that stingray energy. Bring your energy points into balance and not get affected by what people say, and really tapping into your authenticity, not getting affected if you're on social media by comments and negative. Like this, I feel was something, I feel this collective, you've had a very protected journey, because it's like, I feel you've always been destined for big things, but it was meant to be slow. You were meant to really go through a true in-depth healing process before it arrived. And I feel, believe it or not, and I will confirm this reading, this person was a big part of it. They were meant to make you find your true confidence and self-worth, because I feel it ties into something that you're destined to achieve here, right? But you needed strength for the path that's unfolding, that's coming next. But I think right now, one thing I am hearing, you're shining in stillness. You're shining in balance. It's like those seeds that have been planted. It's like they're blooming, and you may not even know it just yet. You have a real patience that you shine out of you, which is very nice. 7 of Swords though. So something about your own mask. This is how you're shining. I always say when we're in 7 of Swords, we don't realize it. There is something you're not seeing about yourself, right? There's something you're deceiving yourself with at the moment. And I remember I said, I'm surprised a collective like this, background cards, would even be watching tarot, right? There is something about you right now. Your mask is coming up. There is something maybe you're lying to yourself about. There's something here. The biggest thing I'm hearing is you're deceiving yourself with something. And I will say as well, this card, Early Bird Gets the Worm, he's a very quick moving card. Just as I was saying, and I went into that deviation that you were never destined to be like this overnight success. It had to be a very slow process for you so you could handle what was going to come next, right? Especially as well, I'm hearing this, if you were a lone wolf and you didn't have an emotional support network, and I find anyone that's actually on social media, if you don't have a grounding life, if you don't have people you can turn to, it can break so many people. Like the keyboard warriors, the criticism, the negativity, people just feel like they have all right to judge you and criticize you as a person, right? If you don't have people that can ground you in your life away from social media, this can break people. And I do feel this collective, sometimes maybe you still feel that whatever you're doing should be coming quicker than it is, right? This is how you're shining. There's something here that needs tweaking in your mind. And again, like I said, when we're in 7 of Swords, we don't know we're in 7 of Swords. But maybe there's something here, you're into your true authentic self. You could feel like you're completely shining in your authenticity right now. I feel there's still more magic activating in your soul. There is something in your life you do not see. You could also, I'm hearing this, I'm going to say it, especially because this is how you're viewed. Let's take it not so much universe, but people around you. Some people around you may feel that, because this can be a very deceitful card. It can be very manipulative kind of energy, false pretenses. You could have some people that judge you in that way. And I always say this, when you're in you right now, glow up in a glow up. Where there's positivity, there's always negativity. So you could have, especially this power move, you could have someone in your energy that feels that you're playing games here. I'm being called to say that. Because you're choosing strength, and you really could have someone here that believes that this strength is all a facade. So keep staying in your strength. Okay, but still rushing the process. You could still be, remember I said I feel you're shining in patience. You're fine. This is very, I need to make it clear. This, what I'm reading here, these two are beautiful. I feel these are your blockages. And it's very different to the cards that are behind you. I always say this Knight of Swords, he is so focused on the end stop that he not see all the red flags. And this self-sabotage, I'll explain what I'm seeing in a second. It's still in, there's still a bit of your shadow self of chaos that you are healing, right? He can create such a rapid high, but then a complete rapid low. This collective, I feel this is part of this last row. I feel part of your self-sabotage when you're in silent strength. When you're trusting in yourself, you know impulse is not good for you. But then little shadow self comes over and tries to tempt you to the old, right? And I do think there's still something in you that can move impulsively and too rapidly without thinking. It's that masked version that comes over you, your little shadow self that can still come over you. It's like this energy reminds me of this. This energy reminds me of your trigger point. But the one thing this, and I think this is why it's finding you, but this collective, you're going through a grand awakening with this right now, and it's for you to trust this. You cannot rush things in life. Whatever is meant to be will always be. We did a reading on this yesterday. Sometimes your mask, you can deceive yourself in your thought pattern. And then you start to ignore the red flags. And that is when you go into self-sabotage. Everything is telling you, be still. But then the overthinking, the over-processing. But what if this happens if I don't? What if that happens? Give me a sign. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I? Nope. You're still healing this because it still shines in your energy. And again, now let's go to people around you. People around you that view your energy, they could see you as impulsive. They could see you as someone that kind of just always rushes things, can create rapid highs and rapid lows, that you sometimes, unfortunately, don't see certain red flags. This can be a very harsh energy as well, sometimes a little bit hurtful and critical. But again, this collective, you are going through an awakening of this. And I think this is what this Mercury and this Pluto retrograde is trying to teach you. Solidify to get this self-sabotage out of your energy. Because look at every other card here, right? You're destined for big things. This needs to be tempered. This needs to be soothed. All right. I want one for these two, please. Beautiful. 5 of Cups in reverse. You're finding harmony. You're finding solution. And this is what you're focusing on. And I think this has taken you a long time to understand. You want to feel grounded in your environment. I feel you're not resisting change anymore. I feel you're coming into acceptance. I think for a long time, I'm staring at this right person, wrong time, you couldn't understand it. You couldn't understand or see the silver lining in it. It had captivated you, right? But it was meant to. That rejection, unexpected rejection, disappointment, making you, unfortunately, affect your pride, your confidence, wanting something that didn't want you. You needed to learn this for your path. But now you're starting to see the lesson. Instead of focusing on what, you're now starting to realize what was lost. Look what it built for me, right? Don't be harsh in your mind right now. Don't be this caused greatness for you. You're seeing the silver lining in everything. That's what you need to focus on when your little shadow self is popping up. Alright, I want one for these two. Oh, long journey you've endured. You've had to learn so many lessons about this internal behavior. I always say until we learn the lesson, we have to continuously face the same fire, and it does. It breaks us. It makes us feel wounded. It makes us question everything. But this collective, through all the fires, through all the lessons, you never gave up. You persevered, but now you've learnt the right boundaries. You've learnt what to hold the line for and what not to. So don't let this overtake you. This card, I always stare at it. It says the final push, and that's what I'm feeling with this. I think you have a very big test you're sitting in, or you're about to test you with your self-sabotage once again. It's your final push. Or your dedicated effort. You've become a master at something, especially emotionally, or you're becoming a master at something emotionally. But your dedication to succeed is noticed, not just from the people around you, but from up above. No matter how repetitive, no matter how mundane, you just keep going, which means this collective, you've been granted that Ace of Pentacles encouragement. There is something you're on the path to. We say that Ace of Pentacles starts with just this knowing that you keep going, you are going to achieve something great. And when that grounds, miracle, touch from the heavens, no matter what you've been through, heartbreak, pain, loss, you just don't give up on path or self. This is noticed. It says very accomplished, but working towards something big. I want one more for that. Oh, something you've psychically seen. And look at this. I'm actually really glad this came out, because this row here is this section you're breaking free from. For you to have Queen of Cups upright, you are very emotionally connected right now, very emotionally centered. And even through this hard journey, what's happened? You haven't hardened your heart. You still shine empathy for others. You've transitioned from the unhealed empath to empowered, healed empath. You're starting to really understand the human condition, why people do the things that they do. You have understanding and compassion, but you don't endure through it anymore. You know what aligns, what doesn't align with you. People that don't align with you because of behavior, right? You don't judge, you don't over-explain, you protect yourself, you walk away with grace, so you don't put judgment. So you show true empathy and understanding. Empaths, talking to myself, deviation. Talking about this Queen of Cups. I brought this up in a reading the other day. Bear with me, this will make sense. This is why I always encourage you guys, that Ace of Pentacles journey. Whatever you were born to do, your birthright, your dharma, I find in this lifetime, it is so important people find what that is and start achieving it. Twin flame journey or not, you were all born with an abundant timeline. You are all born to do something that was literally your birthright. Now, this collective, empathy, understanding, wanting to help people, constantly being drawn to chaos your whole life, all of that trauma it would have created, you would have learned so many valuable lessons about the human condition. And I feel this collective, empathy is a beautiful thing when it's directed the right way. But until you guys understand that's a gift, it's a quality that, and I'm talking true empathy. A lot of people say they're empaths. They're not really. This collective, remember the lighthouse. The lighthouse doesn't seek. The lighthouse is seeked after. People go to find that light to help them get out of the storm. And true empaths, if you're not on a path where you are healing people, or you're in a field where people are seeking you out for your empathy, your understanding of the human condition, the advice, right? There's a reason you guys want to always understand and help the broken bird. When this isn't your field, when this isn't your day-to-day, what you do to make money, what happens in connections? You always draw in the toxicity. You always draw in the broken, because it's in you to help people. It's in you to understand people. It's in you to guide people through their storm. And this is why, I don't care what anyone says, fulfillment and Dharma is the most important thing you guys seek out in this world, because your strengths are meant for this world. But if you aren't shining your strength and relieving all that energy day to day, it goes into the wrong kind of people. And empathy, if that is going into the wrong kind of people, you will stay an unhealed empath your whole life. You will constantly call in the broken. You will constantly call in, like, and I don't want to put but the narcissist, all of it, because your soul is seeking to help others, make people feel understood. But what did we say at the start? You can't always romanticize the potential or see the greatness in someone if they don't see it in their self. And that is what happens with empaths. When you don't understand it's a gift and you don't put it in the right direction. Because then your empathy can turn ice cold. You endure through so much. You become that Jekyll and Hyde energy when you finally get triggered. You stay in the shit, right? Constantly trying to fix something that's broken. It's not your job. In any connection, family, friendships, love, where it should be equal give and take. It should never just be one person holding the line. Never. Because this is what it creates underneath the surface, right? This collective, through it all, look at how you're truly shining right now. It's beautiful. Psychic, empathy, loyalty, loving, caring, family. Original, trendsetter, individualistic. All of my cup suits, they're my woo-woos, they're my little spiritual suits. But you're starting to balance your spirituality, practicality. Out of all of your cards here, you've only got one cup. And she is very hoo-hoo, right? But you're grounded. Your thing and your test that you're either sitting in or about to, because you have come across this for a reason, is this right here. Your self-sabotage. What takes you out of this? And my advice, ask yourself this question. Are you trying to fix something that does not want to be fixed? Do you think you can heal a situation or a person that does not want it? Right? Protect this. This is special. Let's get one more. Oh, you've got this one here, this cups, and it's the right way of finding a solution. So your emotion on the spread beautiful. Your emotion right now, you're actually seeing things beautifully. It's just when self-sabotage comes over the swords on your spread, terrible. So when you get trapped in your mind, terrible. So this is why it's important. Remember, intuition doesn't fight with you. Gut instinct. Anything that's fighting your mind, overthinking, what is it? Shadow self, hello, trying to tempt you into the old. Just remember that, because this collective, whatever you're overthinking right now, terrible. Terrible. Needs to be redirected. You're not seeing it properly. It's testing you with impulse right now. Making you blinded, Seven of Swords, to the true red flags that this situation holds. Oh, World, you're completing that out. Look at the swords, your mind. Your mind. I'm seeing this as you need to turn your mind right now. Oh, especially if it's tempted. There's a reason I was talking about the daggers. If you know sometimes your impulse can create miscommunication and hostility because of how you can trap yourself in the mind, soothe that. What is going on with mental anguish, overthinking? This is what they're trying to ascend you from. You need to trust in that. Because when you finally get triggered self is different to calm self. This collective, clearly because you are an empath, you self-sacrifice your needs and wants, you move with kindness, right? And sometimes when people don't understand how to direct this the right way, you let people mistake your kindness for weakness time and time again, right? Instead of understanding true alignment, that behavior doesn't work with me, but I'm not going to judge you, but I'm definitely going to choose to not keep your company, right? But because you've endured for so long, shadow's been bound to us for decades and you're healing it, you still get to the point now when you're triggered, you don't care who you hurt in that moment because you're finally relieving your hurts. You might after, because you're an empath, and then you get the guilt. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. But when your mind is in havoc and you want to be heard, you can go and shoot 1,000 daggers without thinking twice. Calm that, because this, when your mind is over processing and then getting tested with impulse, no wonder it's self-sabotage, because the way it comes out, I'm going to be honest, I love you, not nice. And if there is anything in you that is tempted by this person right now, look what they do to you. Look what they do to your mind. It shows who they are. Because remember, I always say this, take soul connection away from it. You are drawn to people, especially soul connections, twin, soulmate, all for self-development. They're to reflect back to you what needs to be healed. If you are still enticed by this person, right, and you're overthinking, that is who they are under the surface. A 7 of Swords, a 5 of Swords, a Knight of Swords, and that is your answer in itself, because you just thinking of them, look what it does to your mind. You are still, if there's any part of you that's drawn, empathy, psychic, intuition, without you knowing, you can feel who they truly are within still, right? And that is why your shadow self is tempting you to it. So it can stop you from breaking free. Right, collective? That should be like pennies for you. If you have been going through all of this and then boom, or it's about to happen, and that is what comes over your mind, just because you can't see it through their action just yet, this is what's under the surface for them. And that is why you were drawn to them, right person, wrong time, because that is what they were meant to heal out of you. They had to make you walk through the fire, 5 of Cups in reverse, silver lining, time and time and time again, making you feel wounded and battered, and to learn boundaries, learn the empowered empath, learn how to heal properly, learn what aligns with you and what doesn't. You fall short to this. I love you guys. What does it say? Two peas in a pod, but you just shine it a little bit different. People come in to make us self-aware, balance extreme highs and lows, inspiration. That's all you need to say to yourself, because this collective, you do not want to be this. So stop welcoming people that are like this. Your soul is already warning you. This person is nothing but chaos, impulse, pain, mask, betrayal. It's all of it, right? Boundary. Do not let this person wound you again. And do not let them bring out a side of you that you've been taking probably years to heal. Look at your middle row. Look at your middle row. And it's funny, everything we say is for a reason, and I keep going back to a collective like this first deck that we went through. I'm surprised you'd be watching anything like this. So you've stopped to watch this because you're already coming outside of yourself, because you can feel them in your energy. So they're already, without you even moving forward right now, impacting you. Take your power back. Take your power back. Okay, I want to quickly get ethereal insights message from your higher self. Okay. Stability. Look at the card that's up. You are one of a kind. Stability. This is your higher self saying focus. Focus on what makes you. And that was a huge part of this first part of the reading. Strong, secure, unwavering strength. And this incomparable, this is also what this connection was meant to teach you, your true confidence, especially with what's coming next chapter. Where I feel this collective, you're coming into something big here. You're beyond compare. You're unmatched. You need to believe this about yourself. I got a new animal deck. I'm actually going to get that. I'm seeing it in my mind. Oh, the reappear. I felt it. It's either here, it's happened, or it's about to. Do not let this person, don't let this person take you 10 steps back right now. The return, the comeback, wanting to come home to yourself. This is probably the only person in your life that can bring up this side of you that you just are currently, the right collective. You don't want that anymore. Anyone that's coming up this time of the year, it's to show you what still needs to be healed. And I've been saying it for weeks. Anybody that's bringing up past version of you right now, just find the lesson in it. And you can see the lesson for this collective, all of that swords energy, because I promise you, if they're in or not, your soul is already, you see them. You see them. 5 of swords, 7 of swords, because it reflects you. It reflects what you do not want to be anymore, right? Don't make it fit. Tough truth, tough pill to swallow, but the right collective, you'd get it. Oh, educated now. Lessons. Graduated from that mess. Let's be real. Learning, graduated, lessons. Silence. And your last row, what is it? Self-sabotage or move in silence? That's this collective's lesson, because you always over-explain. Let it be caring, let it be erratic, let it be this. You just constantly, but this collective, your higher self is saying this situation, silence. They do not deserve not even one word from you, right? Silence. Don't overthink this. Quiet, do not talk. Do not talk. I don't want to say silent treatment. It's just, I will tap into this. I know I'm getting spicy, but I can see this collective, just those first 2 decks, what this person does to your energy. Don't let them take away your glow, because they're not ready. They're not ready, because that's the only reason that's coming over you. You can feel their internal, if you know it or not. You can feel who they still are, if you know it or not, because it's reflecting back to you. It's the chaos you have not healed completely just yet, right? Don't go into self-sabotage with someone, especially this time of year. It's to show you what you still need to work on. Take the bloody little face away from it, right? Stability. What direction will you take? Will you take 10 steps back? I always say nothing's ever failed, but things will be prolonged. You're at the verge, you can move forward, or you can take 10 steps back. Are you going to keep focusing on stability, or are you going to welcome chaos again? You're confused. There feels like something's missing here. That's what's coming over you. It all makes sense now, because look at the swords that are over you. They're terrible. That swords in tarot is the mind, right? So what swords are ruling you right now are terrible ones. They're terrible. You're feeling confused. And another one of those swords is about pure impulse, pure rushing, no patience. So it's not just you confused right now. You've also got an acceleration sword, right? So focusing in and stop, trying to rush something. Paired with 5 of swords and 7 of swords, no wonder you're confused. Remove it. Just stability. Anything that's confusing you right now, what did we say before? Intuition does not fight with the mind. Anything that is fighting your mind right now, it's your shadow. Welcome it. Hi, I'm not going to let you blind me this time. Let it go. It'll keep coming back and forth. I always say breaking free from it, it ain't easy. But understand the difference between internal center, Queen of Cups, overthinking, acceleration, shadow self, right? Use these 2 retrogrades going in Cancer. In Cancer, this Mercury retrograde, I know it's in shadow phase, it's acceleration. Use it to master this. Don't think about creating external, stabilize emotion. Incomparable. Understanding your greatness. This will create your true new beginnings. Oh, that flipped on me. That's important. Oh, the shift. This will get you to see, instead of pushing the boulders up the hill, once you realize grace and confidence, know who you are. Don't be tempted by this. If this is this person, don't be tempted by that. That'd be obsessed. Don't even think about it. Remember who you are. You're a catch. Irreplaceable. That's why this person keeps popping around, because they'll never find anyone like you, and they know it. This person made their choices. This person probably chose silence over you and connection. Don't let your empathy be drawn to the broken bird. Shift it. Understand who you are and stand in confidence and what you truly deserve. Change. This big, huge energetic shift will come. You just need to understand yourself. Reappear. Oh gosh. That fell on me too. That's important. Now it's wanting connection. I'm getting spicy. I'm going to have to tap into this person. I don't, kindred, soulmate, relate. Even if it is, right now, you've got something far more valuable to learn than this, right? If it's meant to be, it's not going to go anywhere. If it's meant to be, it won't go anywhere. If this person really wants connection, what do I always tell you guys? You shouldn't be the one confused. If they really want connection, they're going to lock in. They're going to conquer you. If they really want this, middle row, you will be shown by their behavior. You will be shown by their actions. That's all you need to know. Anything less, do not move. Do not move. I'm just here for advice. Sorry, I'm getting passionate for this collective. You're so close. You're so close to bringing in something huge. And I always tell you guys, when the universe wants to release something new, they're going to test you with the old to see if you're ready for the new. Anything that is presenting old, anything that is bringing up old version, walk away from. That's all you need to know. Okay? Connection or not. I hate this saying, but I'm being called to say it. If they want to, they will. For this collective, if it really is time, if they want to, they will. right? Don't let this distract you. Don't let it distract you. I still think your test is to move in silence here. Learn the lesson. Yin and yang, the emotional balance, the Queen of Cups. Don't look at that externally, yin and yang, even if it is. Even if it is a divine person, what comes first? You, your internal union, not being separate from yourself, thinking this, someone that watched from the beginning, did everything that they did, is going to complete you. You come first. Balance, harmony, duality. Learn your lesson. Seek stability, not the chaos, right? Silence. Years. Maybe you've been on this journey for years. Maybe this person, this is always how it is. Silence. Years. My angels. If this person, if this is this, and it has been years, and they are just doing what they always do, run. Run the other way. Sprint. Sprint. With what's going on cosmically, and if this has been going on for years and they've just popped their head in, run. Don't let them hold you back for another year. Long period, at least 1 year. So you're my collective, over a year or more, the loose ends haven't been tied off, validated, that cosmic trigger. For over a year, this person has not validated with feelings, intention, truths, discussion, left you there. Whatever you do, do not let them stop you from completing this shift and cycle. Remember who you are. If it's meant to be, it'll be. I want one more for that. That just, I could feel my frustration come out there. This collective, you would have too much accumulated emotion because I felt it come through me. It'll stop you from this. Oh, turn to your community, the people that care, the people that want you to be their lighthouse, right? Remember the lighthouse deviation. They are not your soul to fix. They have to want to do it themselves. Stop seeing the best in this person, because this collective, you would have put straight smack bang, this person that's made you feel X, Y, and Z, that's my soul connection, romanticizing the potential, even though for years you've been met with nothing but silent treatment, silence, unanswered questions, mistruths. Don't do it. Turn to the people that truly care and value you. Turn to the people that want your help. Turn to the people that seek you out for your light. Turn to the people that want you to guide them through their storm, right? Learn the difference of where your empathy should be put, so you don't end up getting that frustration I'm feeling. You have got no more empathy towards this person because you let them suck you dry. So even if you wanted to at all want to speak, it's your pride. Finally being chosen, or finally hearing what you needed to, you've been wanting to hear for so long. Because I can feel your soul, this collective. That has literally, I'm seeing that vampire card. It has literally sucked every ounce of your sparkle out of you. You wouldn't be able to have empathy and understanding for them. What are you going to do? Unhealed empath, dagger, dagger, dagger. The only reason this collective you'll fall short to this, I promise you, is lack of confidence and understanding who you are and what you deserve. I promise you. I can see it. I can feel it. I can feel it. And if this has been going on for over a year and you still think words are going to fix this, closure, wrong. Your closure is their behavior. That's all you need to know. If they really, actually, I want to get one more card for that. I think it's all just cosmic trigger right now. Release it. That's what I feel. Release it. Release it. This person connection. Oh, they're coming back to... Release the bird. Release the bird. It cages you. If they've come through now and it was a bit similar for yesterday's collective, or if they're about to come through, big lesson. Big lesson. Let go. Free yourself. I say it, and I said it before, and I'll say it again. If it's meant to be the one, you know when it's time. I'll lock in. Okay. You know what I need to get quickly? I need to get these now. I need to see these cosmic energies because I feel that red, and let's just see yellow you, red them. Magnet of success, and I felt that with all of that glowing energy. Number 7, maybe you're seeing a lot of 7s right now. Use intelligence. 7 is independence, right? Attract what is meant for you. Your energy is aligning with your goals. Trust that what you need will come to you at just the right time. The more you embody confidence, that what was it, incomparable energy, the more it will naturally be drawn towards you. Have confidence in self. I've got to get that new animal deck. Lunar blessings right now. First 2 cards, yellow. Stand in your power. 37, 737. You could be watching this at 737. Look up angel number 737. 7 and 7 is 14. 5 plus 3, 8. Karmic clearing, infinite energy, abundance. Align with your lunar, you're aligning with your lunar phases. The moon cycles are offering you guidance and rhythm right now. Check your birth chart, check your transits. Trust the natural cycles of life. Your success will come in just the right time in all areas. Just focus on you and in alignment with the cosmic energies. Another yellow one, the Garden of Serenity, protecting your peace and stability. Number 76, 7s are important for you. Cultivate your inner peace. Inner calm will be your greatest asset. And that was your first part, all of the focus of inner peace. Stay serene in the face of challenges. Your peaceful mindset will attract favorable circumstances and calm the storm around you. Of course they're in regret. You're incomparable. Incomparable. I know I'm giving this person a tough time, but I feel this collective, there's just something about your empathy that is still being balanced to the aligned, empowered empath to the unhealed empath. This person, you cannot keep seeing the best potential in them if they keep showing you something different. You have to take this situation at face value right now. They are trying to align something so beautifully for you. And even if this person is part of that alignment, your confidence and center comes first. And I promise you this collective, you may feel you found center, you haven't, because I can see where your mind goes. The littlest thing that triggers you, especially right now, miscommunication, retrograde, you're going to rip this person's head off. If this is meant to be for the right collective, you need to choose silent grace because you have too much pent up emotion here. Trust in the universe. Are they in regret? Clearly, they're in a prison of it, but they have a lot of things to regret, but that's something they need to face. That's something they need to learn about themselves. They need true remorse for it. They may feel regret right now, but if you just let them evolve. Number 62, they're trapped in their past mistakes. Let them learn from them then. Let them learn from them. This collective, this has been around about for over a year for you guys. Don't let them stop you at your finish line. And I just noticed my whole camera was shaking then. That's what they do to you. They shake up your foundation. They bring nothing but storm with their presence. And their regrets still hold them back. So they're wearing a mask with you. They're either in or they're about to, but they're so full of regret that they still move with their ego. You deserve more. And this is what will end up triggering you. And you'll start over-explaining yourself. Let it be. Let it be. talking to myself, tables are turning. But what I was saying, this collective, right? Take your, see this lesson outside of self right now. I guarantee you this collective, for over a year, because of your empathy, you took on all the burdens and regret of everything that happened within self. And yes, it evolved you. That 5 of Cups, it was meant to. It was meant to. Remember we said it wasn't lost time. It was meant for you to grow. But it's time to relieve the burden. You've done everything you can to evolve from that person. You've done everything you can to not be that 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Knight of Swords energy anymore. You have constantly been working on yourself. Release it. Find peace with it. Let this person now reflect on their burdens, because I guarantee you this person, they would have blamed you this whole time without taking any accountability. You can see this collective, you are trying your hardest to reach that best version of yourself. Let this person do the same. It's not just a blessing for you, it's a blessing for them. Let the tables turn here. This may actually make them start healing, especially if that's something you genuinely want for this person, to grow and evolve and have a peaceful life. If that is something you genuinely want for them, don't give in. Let them do it. They're feeling cursed. So what do I always say with this red energy? If they're in regret, what's part of your confusion? Oh, shouldn't I? Are you going to regret not doing it? But then what if anything of regret or questioning if you do or you don't, will I regret? Get rid of it, not your energy. Anything that is taking you out of, look at your glow up, your inner glow, your outer glow, all of that strength you're finding, that's the energy you're in. So if that starts shifting, tables turning, you know it's not your energy. So remove it, find that stability, find that center, right? Let go of the confusion. The confusion is not yours. It's not yours. Phoenix rising, shift your focus. Let this be the time you Phoenix. Shift your focus back to center and self. This is your Phoenix. This is your Phoenix moment where you'll never walk through this fire again. Don't get distracted by the old, right? Phoenix. Number 56. Oh, wings of grace. What did we just say? Silent grace. Be graceful. Don't let them bring out that version you've been trying to heal. Watch the whole reading. Be graceful. Let them sit in their stuck, repetitive decisions, their rusting chains. Let them sit in it. Oh. They're still held back with outdated beliefs of themselves. So the lack of confidence within self. So what are they going to do? Treat you the exact same because they don't get it. And then you're going to get even more angry. And the sad thing is you can't even be angry at this person. They literally don't get it. They just don't get it. And that's not your fault. That's their fault. You excuse this, this person is going to treat you how they always treat you because they don't get it. Regret or not. They don't know how to move forward in a different way. They're rusted into their habits. They're rusted into outdated beliefs. There's nothing you can do to change your situation, but just choose self and be your graceful, beautiful, angelic being that you are. Number 80. Soar with elegance and ease right now. One more. Oh, the Fortune Weaver, step by step. You could be seeing webs everywhere right now, spiders. You're creating a tapestry of magic. Just believe, walking and you just those gushes of winds, the universe is telling you the winds of change are at your coattails. You know when you walk in nature and literally that gush of wind comes over you, or all the birds just start flooding around, you know the universe is talking to you. You know they're preparing you for something big. They're letting you know. There's something that nature is just telling you, keep going. You've nearly weaved your web. Believe. Hold on, I'm going to get this animal deck. So this one's called the Animal Spirit Oracle. I haven't used it yet. I did cleanse it, but I haven't used it. The Owl, Think and Learn. All right, let's get a card for you. You know, it's sad because this is not, it's not a bad person, but the more you keep excusing it, you're going to get to a point of pure hatred eventually. I promise you. We talk about self-unaware people. Scary. Scary. All right, one for you right now. Two for you right now. The Bear. Hearing. Hear and nurture. And what's the bear? Spiritual hibernation. You've been on your slingshot. You've been in spiritual hibernation, growing, ascending through all of this mess. But now what's happening? Your slingshot is being released. And what happens when a bear comes out of hibernation? Hunting mode. For you though, right? You're about to soar. But be that bear for self. Be that nurturer for self. Protect yourself. You're seeing that mama bear energy. You can't always want to protect the people that don't want to be protected. Put this energy, Dharma, watch from the beginning, to the people that want it from you, right? Nurture yourself right now. Number 16, you could be seeing bears everywhere. Which comes to 7. The flamingo, balance and harmony. You could be seeing flamingos too. And you know, I'm pretty sure this is what they say, 22, with the flamingo. The flamingos that have their offspring, right? Their babies, their babulzis. The birds lose the color in their feathers, right? Because of how much they're, I guess, nurturing, providing, whatever it is for their offspring, their children. But this person, I know they're not your child, maybe they act like a child, but they just took all the color out of your wings. And you're just finding your color again, right? Just focus on nurturing self and the people around you that want it, right? Focus on harmony. Focus on peace. Anything that takes harmony and peace out of your soul, it's time to release, right? She's beautiful. Why does she remind me of Marilyn Monroe? I know she doesn't have purple hair, but she's reminding me of her. You could love Marilyn. I want one more for you guys. Oh, the Lion, strength and power. Last one for collective. The lion wanted to come out again. So it's time to stand in your lion strength. And I'm seeing that female magician taming the ferocious lion, learning how to guide the hurricane in and throughout her life. Being fussy for your last card. Just one more, please. There we go. We got it. They were being so... There's a phoenix on the fox, the teacher. Stay focused, and this says clever, but intelligence, right? This is actually the picture on the front of the box. And don't manipulate your thought pattern. You'll be seeing foxes. Stay focused. Remember, intuition doesn't fight with the mind. It's the shadow self. Okay, number 12. 16, 12, and 22 could be important numbers. Let's get this person. What animal energy is calling for them right now? I'm going to get you both an archetype. The dinosaur, primal power, deep reflection. Something's going on, so let them deeply reflect, right? Primal power. Number 34, 3 and 4, Empress, Emperor energy. Just, if they're in deep reflection, that means they're starting to become aware, right? Let them reflect. What I said in your higher self part. If they are really, really, really wanting this, I promise you this collective, they will show you. They will show you. And this primal power, I'm just seeing masculine strength, right? Let them. They need to reflect. This rusted, it's going to be so hard. Just think about how long your healing journey has been, and you're still learning lessons to this day. This stuff does not just change. It takes multiple times to actually learn from a lesson. You have to walk through the time. Even when you guys are healing, you will still walk through the same fire time and time again. That phoenix energy is hard to find, right? Through lessons. This collective, you've probably never given this person a fire. You probably always fall short to this. For them to really be deep reflecting, yes, beautiful, but it takes time. You can't rush the process of healing. You can't rush the process of heartbreak. We talk about this all the time as well, right? Grace. Give them grace. Release the bird. What is meant for you will always be for you. I always say it. Let go of the butterfly. If that butterfly, there's probably been a lot of blood, sweat and tears on this journey, but if that butterfly returns home to you, when they truly have found their wings, it's yours forever, right? Let the butterfly go. Let them learn to soar in life. Because look at the blessing they gave you by letting you go and walking away from you. It was never a 5 of cups. The owl for them, the robin, joy and hope. Hopefully. Right now there's too much emotion. Maybe this deep reflection will remind them of good times, will take the glasses of blame away from you. Maybe they'll start to see that or remember the joyous memories here. Maybe it will reinstill hope. Number 29. Do you remember that movie Land Before Time? I'm hearing that with this card, the cartoon. Was that what it was called? You could have watched that all the time. Maybe this is a love that was... I'm not going to say it. The butterfly, change and freedom. Okay, the jellyfish, surrender and acceptance. So this is the animal energy that's activating in them. They need to they need to have acceptance of what they've done and not deflect, right? Just how you were drawn to that 7 of Swords, 5 of... They themselves, you don't know you're in 7 of Swords, right? They need to start accepting their behavior. I feel this person, there's no accountability here, right? Of course that would create pure frustration. You could have a mask of the, oh, no. As soon as you see the lack of accountability, it's going to stab that scar again, right? Independence and willpower right now. All right, I'm going to get you one of these. Oops, they just fell. The Seraphim Angel. So these are the ones that have all the eyeballs. The Universe Maker, Pure Source, Rainbow of Light, and Conception. There's all different levels of angels. I don't know if you know this, but the Seraphims, they're the guarder of the throne. They're the guarder of the divine. That's powerful. Remember who you are. I normally say my divines, you're the cherubims, right? The ones that protect love, the tree of life. This angel is literally the guarder of the throne. You are our Creator's warrior. You were sent here for far greater things. Remember who you are. Reason you're the universe's maker, because again, resides within you. You have power beyond your belief, and this is why you need to start remembering it. You are pure source. It runs through your veins. You are a walking angel. Just because you are on this earthly plane, you're protecting the throne in this earthly plane. Remember that. This will empower your wings of grace. Work with your light, not with your dark. You've befriended your dark. Find the light through your dark. I'm going to read that to you. Hold on. Okay. At the very heart of source, in the 13th dimension, and I always say everyone's like 5D. No, there's a gazillion Ds, right? They're saying that you're in the 13th dimension of pure light. Dwell the Seraphim Angel. That's where you dwell, protector of the throne. The ultimate beings of creation who birth universe into existence. Their rainbow auras pulse with the... maybe you see rainbows all the time. Maybe this is a sign from the universe to tell you. I always say that's telepathic connection to up above. That is your bridge. If you are bombarded by rainbows, it's a sign from up above about your power. Their rainbow auras pulse with the original frequency of life itself. They're present, and that I know the dinosaur came out for them, but there's a reason I heard land before time. You were here before there was even creation. Their presence emanating the pure power of divine creation. These magnificent angels, remember, you're incomparable, this collective. Nested within the heart, center of God consciousness, invite you into their sacred chamber of light where realities are woven through the power of source. This is an initiation into the highest realms of your creative power. The rainbow light of the seraphim comes to you from the highest order, awakening your ability to birth this world and weave realms through divine conscience. You're different. You're different. You see, you feel, everything is different, and it's for a reason. You need to believe this about yourself. From their sacred dwelling place at the heart of source, literally the heart of source, by source's side. Again, we are all one, but they share the ancient technologies of bringing light into form. Feel their celestial presence watching over you, attuning you to the art of conscious creation. Their 6 rainbowed wings are their highest frequency of divine forces. And I months ago I would say this to you guys, not all collectives, but I had a collective and I said, you haven't just found your 1 wings, you found your 6 wings, your seraphim wings, right? That's this collective. Weave dimensions and design new realities from pure light. The seraphim angel reminds you that you are unlimited. You too, and do you, like, this is important. That's your magical self. See how this person brings you into 3D self. See the chaos, how they put you in anguish, the negativity, the confusion. Like, this is not who you are. This is not who you are. And this is what your higher self wants you to believe. Get your emotion outside of the box, right? This is what the universe is trying to get you to remember. Life is so much more than this kind of rubbish. That is why you were chosen for your great awakening. But you guys, you embrace, I've awakened, but then you want rubbish like this. This is old belief system, believing that you need this energy to feel complete. Wrong. It's been programmed in us since birth. Married, all of it. Even Disney movies that our parents pop us in front of. Every movie, a man comes to save the day. Love saves the day. Like, it's all programmed that we cannot walk through life whole and complete without attachment, without abundance, without this, without that. That's why so many of you guys that go through a great awakening, you live off the grid. You detach from it all. The hierarchies, the patriarchies. You literally go into nature. You understand sovereignty. You feel repulsed. You feel repulsed by the world around you. There's a reason I'm saying it for this collective. You right now, for them to be activating your power of this within you, do not fall short to this rubbish. This rubbish is nothing. It's nothing. It's just a lesson. It's literally just a lesson for you. Right, collective, you'll know what I'm saying. Feel their celestial power washing over you, attuning you to the art of conscious creation. Oh, we've read that. Allow their celestial frequency to activate the creator within you. You are ready to bring new worlds into being, to join the seraphim angels in their sacred act of universal creation. And I always say this journey, when we finally learn life after life that we're bound to this condemnment. This is why our life, every time we choose a life, purple curtain carried with us, life after life after life, harder life, till we finally get through it. This journey is to take us back home. And I say to you guys, look at every time you're cursing your team and this and that, how much patience have they had? They want their angel to come home. You are the guarder of the creator's heart. This is why your heart is your biggest strength in this world. They want you home. Learn the lesson. Don't let this person bind you to this condemnment no more. Enter into stillness and feel yourself rising into the 13th dimension where the seraphims dwell. Breathe in their rainbow light. Allow their creation codes to awaken your 6-winged light body. With their guidance, weave this divine your visions. And projects of creation. Trust that you are awakening as the creator of this world. Carry the original light of creation within you. Seraphim, this is what the affirmation to repeat to self. Seraphim angel, sacred weavers of the universe, thank you for awakening the creator within me. I activate my 6 wings of rainbow light and I trust them to guide me in crafting worlds aligned with divine love and power. And so it is. How woo-woo that message just got. You are one powerful person. Because people, when they hit, like, if you're still listening and you felt that message, you felt it and you understand it, powerful. Hopefully that snaps you out of whatever this is. That card would not have come out for the right collective if you weren't ready to hear the woo-woo, as people would say. I tell you guys this all the time. Sovereignty. No one is our savior. It's in you. Creator is in you. You're starting to believe it. You're starting to believe this world is so much more than having this and that and this and that, right? I know we're in the human experience. I ain't stupid. I know not everyone can cut themselves off and go live, off the grid. I get it. But when you guys activate, every single one of you, you have visions of this. You have visions of just disappearing, right? Building a foundation off the grid or going and traveling the world into the, like, you all feel this, and it's for a reason. It's for a reason. I know that seems very dramatic, and this collective, you probably can't, it's just the message of magic, which makes me feel this collective, you're forgetting how magical this journey really is, and the power of energy and the power of thought. This is what centers you when you remember. Remember why you went through a great awakening. Sometimes you guys are on this journey for so long, you forget those beautiful things that activated in your mind when you first awakened. You are a walking miracle. You feel the magic of the universe. And because life and the human experience can be so heavy, you guys forget. Don't forget why you were chosen, okay, is all I'm getting at. It was never about this. It was always about you. They want you home, right? Okay. Let me ring that out. I just got extremely passionate. I don't know why I just got so passionate. Oh, God. I always say, I know the power of love. Again, that's why heart space, biggest frequency. This external, when the external comes, it's a topping. It's just a topping. It's not the completion. But you guys all need to truly understand. And until you get to the point of truly understanding the self, the internal harmony, the internal union, the true sovereignty, you won't get to this. And this collective, this is your crossroads. You need to understand the gift that you are, incomparable. You need to remember yourself. You need to come home to yourself. I don't even want to get these. This just feels so... self-love, healing. Good. I'm actually glad we got these. So they're saying right now, heart space self-love. You come first. Fill your cup up the right way. You are enough. Know your worth. This body positive. I hope you're not judging your appearance right now. Healing through the difficulty. Healing through the decades of shadow and armor. But facing difficult self-truths. Acknowledgement. Keep focusing on your inner work. Remember right at the start of this, I said, I'm surprised a collective like this is coming through. And now that I'm going through it, it's all because you're forgetting the power of self. You've been on this journey for too long, and it's become that Eight of Pentacles, same day in, day out. You need to remember how your mind opened, however many years ago it was. They want you to embrace that magic again. The remembrance of that. I always tell you guys, when you activate to the world, you activate your 4D mind. You see what you're meant to achieve. You see what you're meant to do. It's like they want you to remember that, right? That's part of your past home. And remember when that Eight of Pentacles came out, I said you've had that Ace of Pentacles vision, right? You know when it grounds, you'll feel like you've been touched from the heavens. It's like you're activating that golden era, right? So who comes in to tempt you to the old, especially this time of year? Anything that's holding you back from your golden era. Golden era is you detach from it all. You find yourself. You understand yourself. You're proud of who you are. You're proud of the person you are. You don't try and change for no one. You come home. You come home to that version that was lost before life, armor, young age was built. You just get it. And you're so close. peace, harmony. This is around your heart space. It's so self-focused. It's perfect. Clarity. I'm actually glad I got this deck. Look at it. Self-love, healing, peace, harmony, inner zen, peaceful mind, clarity, clear thinking, meditate, or just get out in nature. Ground yourself. And then this one, the mundane, the 3D passion. Oh, love. Oh, when am I going to magnetizing love? No, look what it takes away from you. I promise you this collective, the right love will align with you. I promise you. Keep focusing on you. Just because you don't know your timing, it's not there. This topping in life, this everyone deserves to find, and you were lucky enough to make sure this time you do find it. Peace, serenity, stability over acceleration of passion and high intense emotion. Right now, that is what your heart wants. Passion for self. Self-love will bring in true love. And we say it all the time, filling up your cup, because you see a mirror. So who are you going to call in? Someone that sees you. Someone that fills you up the way you fill them up. Self-love. And self-true love, right? But this is what brings in true love. You're broken, you're going to keep calling in broken love. I promise you. Don't be that person on just constant loops, different meat suit, same toxic lessons. Divine union could be the one. If it is, it will be. This collective, you will meet your divine. You're a seraphim. You will meet your divine. If it's this person or the next. Believe in the universe. Healing. See, there's something you're not seeing. There's something you're not seeing with your healing. I hope this collective, there was a penny that dropped in here. This cannot be, there's something that's not the right time that needs more healing. And deep in your soul you know it, but then shadow self comes over you. Accept it so you can focus on surrendering it, right? One more for that. It's not the right crossroads cycle. Will you break the cycle, or will you prolong for another? I'm telling you right now, this person being in prison of regret or not, it's not the right time. You need to accept it. That's your crossroads. Are you going to try and control and rush something because this takes over, or are you just going to keep focusing on self and belief and truly remember what you're here for? Peace. I'm reading it for this collective as if it's in, but then I keep saying that it's not, right? So this is going to come in unexpectedly. This is your middle row, but they want you to find peace over the surprise shock, out of the blue, the triggers, right? And if you can choose the right path, you will come into peace here. Let's get one more for that. Immaturity. So they'll show you straight away this person's immature. Soft, relax, don't fall short to the trigger. They will show you it's not ready with how this person approaches, but it's up to you if you accept it or try and fix it and change it and self-sabotage, right? That's your choice. That's your crossroads. Do you choose self and keep going with self, or do you try and push something that you can see clear as day? Clarity, forgiveness. But remember we said in that part, why do you think this person's words is going to give you clarity? That's not what's going to give you clarity. Focusing on an apology or a confession, or forgive yourself for enduring through it so long. So you stop enduring through it. Because, and I'm saying this from a place of love, but this collective, as soon as I started reading that, and the frustration that came out of me, but that's because you chose to endure. You chose to keep the immaturity, the games. This collective, it's over a year. But the reason you kept doing it, because you were excusing your trauma. You were telling yourself, no, this is my twin flame. This is my this. Instead of seeing, no, I'm drawn to their chaos. They're meant to heal me. A true twin flame is meant to heal you. Go into self-discovery. But you guys that just stay with excusing everything and put, oh, I unconditionally love them. They're my twinnie. You're missing out on years of healing. Because you keep excusing their bad. So how are you loving yourself? How are you finding yourself, right? Instead of, because this collective, there's still blame. You may be watching this thinking, no, I don't blame them anymore. No, I could feel it in those cards. Their words aren't going to give you clarity. Your decisions and owning the hard truths of why you were bound by someone that was immature and kept you over in a loop for over a year of silent treatment games, and that is where you need to reflect and accept, so you don't do it anymore. So you realize, I'm not enticed by that chaos. I have confidence. I have 6 wings. Why would I choose that? Why would I let that knock my confidence? You would not be granted the energy of the seraphim if you were not here changing this world. Don't make it fit. It's that dolphin energy. You would help people day in, day out, but it's like you don't even realize. You don't even realize what an impact you're making. I say, if you can change one person's view, that's you changing the world. It's a domino effect. Your teachings embark in their behavior, then they rub off on someone. But this collective, to have the seraphim energy they're granting you, you would help so many people out of their darkness. You are a true lighthouse. People seek you out to guide them through their storm. Understand who you are. Understand your power. Accept it with confidence. You are greatness. You are a unicorn that this world needs. Understand it. Believe it. Because I promise you, as soon as that penny drops in you and you accept it, that you are amazing, you're not even going to look twice at this mess, because that is complete opposite to who you are. And that is why they keep showing up. That is why they're bound to your contract, to make you see your greatness, right? Believe in yourself. Forgive yourself. It's nothing to do with this person's words. It's you. Oh, look at it. So relevant. Passion but my soulmate. I need commitment. I need someone in my life. As you're watching this, I'm really hoping the right collective you get it. Like when I always say surface level emotion to deep outside of the box emotion. I hope you get it. How irrelevant this is, stressing about things like this. Stressing to a point it brings you into 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Completely dimming. Look at this. Look at that. And then you got that, right? Even that in itself, burden. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Wishes coming true. You are a wish upon a star. You'd have so many people that would just wish to have you by their side in life. As a companion, as a friend, as a family member. You need to remember this about yourself. The stars are aligning for you. And there's a reason this reading is so deep, and it's very, very spiritual message, because you get it, right? You get it. The stars are creating magic of remembrance of who you are, why you're here. Once you really understand that, those toppings we always talk about, because they are in your mind, who cares? That's when they come. That's when they come. It's an icing to the life you've already created. There's not dependence on that. You know there's so much more to this world than that. That's why it's an icing. You just appreciate it being in your life. It adds value to your life. This is where you guys become selective. That 9 of Cups. You've gone through so much, discovered true self. You don't accept anything less than you deserve, but you do it with grace. You won't let anyone at your table that isn't an icing, that doesn't add value, right? This is the verge you're at. So keep going. Alright, I'm getting you tarot for what's coming next. Not that it matters, but anyway. This is just... Alright. Your next form of action in your life. What's your next chapter here? King of Cups. Every time I see this King of Cups now, I think of how beautiful Kelly. Highest form of love, self. But what is that King of Cups? The way he can sit through the storm. The way he can understand the lesson of emotion. The way he can still stay connected. You're in Queen of Cups right now. And balanced. More healing. Good. Okay, so we've got... First, I want to read this for self. Then we will read... Hold on. Okay, so we've got King of Wands, 4 of Swords, King of Cups, Knight of Cups, 2 of Swords in reverse. Beautiful. Whatever's coming next, one, I want you to remember your power. You're about to activate something in your mind that has been a vision for so long. You're about to remember that, right? You are a conqueror. Anything you set your mind to, this collective, remember you can achieve. This is why you were blessed with perseverance of a ram. This is why your whole life you've been so well directed. This is why your whole life there has never been an obstacle too big to knock you down, right? You've always got yourself back up. And you've always accomplished with honor. Whatever's coming next, especially when it comes to your internal flame of action and success, he is our entrepreneur. You are going to succeed. You are going to conquer. You need to remember this about yourself. Directing your passions in the right avenue. This 4 of Swords, whatever is entering your life, it is going to call for you to silence. Remember your higher self message. Silence, retreat, go within. The mental anguish that is about to... I always say 3 of Swords, heartache. 4 of Swords, it's a mental mind ache for a reason. If we deal with 4 of Swords properly, we find the lesson. The Lightseers deck has the best picture of 4 of Swords. She's at the bottom of a nest. She's in fetal position. And her heart, it's on a string, right? And I always say 4 of Swords, we feel that. We feel the mental anguish. It's memories that resurface from the past. So we can really heal the past, so we can see it properly, right? But once those swords raise over the mind, that Ace of Swords that he is lying on goes up the behind and you charge, driven by Conqueror energy, King of Wands, right? That deck, when I see it, I see her clawing out of that nest. That's what's going to happen for you. Choose silence. Choose to retreat. Choose to go within until you see the healed King of Cups, balanced lesson in the emotion that you're feeling. When you come out of this 4 of Swords period, you are not just going to have the highest form of love for self, the depth of understanding of self, but the situation that kept you bounded to this. You are going to see clearly. My advice to you, do not move forward with anything until you see things clearly. until you're ready to charge, but charge with you. Here, focused, understanding what you deserve, moving forward with honor, right? Especially of self and your sacred stardust. This next period, you are going to find a depth of emotional understanding like you've never done before. You are going to understand why you've been on this healing journey, why it's been so long, why you've had to seal your healing elixir along the way. But what's going to activate in your heart space again? That true romance. Love isn't going to burden you. You're going to feel the warmth of love again. You're going to really understand why you've gone through what you're going through. You're going to get that little spark back again, right? And you're going to see. You're going to understand. I always say healing, I see it as a forever journey. We never just hit an end stop. But you're going to embrace your journey. There's something about the sparkle in your heart coming back. And you'll know when it happens, because you will align with the right kind of love. You're going to come out of this seeing everything clearly. What aligns with you, what doesn't. The blindfold's going to come off. This reading was magic. And there was a part in this reading, I was like, look at this surface level, look at the depth of you. And this poor collective, you're getting into the point of just completely being bound to surface level. Rubbish. That's not who you are. You're going to come out of this seeing, blindfold off. You need to believe, right? Now let's go more surface level. Whatever activates this Four of Swords, it could be coming in from some form of offer. Let it be a fire sign, a water sign. You could have a couple of people in your life, right, in this next chapter. But I am feeling you are going to get some form of offer, some form of proposal with someone that maybe you've been on a healing journey or feeling like you've been on a healing journey for a long time. I do feel one of the people that are approaching you, you are going to see a spiritual alignment. You're going to see a progression. You're going to feel in sync, not just physically, emotionally. I feel you're going to be tempted here, right? But I do think this collective, with this next chapter, you are going to pass this crossroads, because you're going to see very clearly what aligns and what doesn't align, right? You're not just going to fall short to the passion, the attraction of someone. You are going to see for true soul alignment, okay? This next chapter could entail some form of proposal, even an engagement with the right person, and you will know the right person. You'll feel it through your veins when you're ready. When you're ready and you've got that sparkle and trust. He's also trustworthy. Trust back in your heart. The right person you will trust, you will feel safe with. I just got a really itchy nose. And maybe there's someone, unfortunately, that you won't feel safe with and you won't be able to trust. That'll be your answer in itself, but you'll know what decision to make. Let's confirm. Hermit, higher perspective, seeing properly, finally seeing that star. You could have two people here that really have been healing. Hermit's journey, but again, the higher perspective, not rushing anything. So this is actually a good pairing. He is blah, 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 but to have the Hermit energy underneath this is good. Higher perspective, you are a unique soul. But more soul searching is on its way. Beautiful. All right, what are you going to come out from with the right mind frame? A confession, but seeing yourself, your own Seven of Swords in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse, but seeing through your own Seven of Swords. Someone's coming through, seeing through their own Seven of Swords. Some form of confession, some form of remorse over something that has been an unworkable strategy for so long. But what do? What do you finally do? Choose silence. You choose to go within. You choose to find the right balanced emotion till you can get into King of Cups before moving forward, right? This may be your crossroads. Choice between two or again. Learning how to not move with fire. Learning how to move with centered emotion. Understanding yourself and your own mask and mind manipulation before wanting to receive it from others, right? Whatever's coming confession-wise, this is going to call you to go within. I can't stress it enough. This collective, if you can do that, the way you come out of it, the right decision will be made. Oh my God, you've got three kings here. I'm going to not read this as three different options. I'm going to, because I always say trustworthy. When you trust in the decisions you're making, yes. But him, sitting on the magnet of success, top of his mountain, having his cake, eating it too, castle in the background. Whatever's coming in your next chapter, you're shining in masculine energy. You're shining with logic, right? You're shining with mental discipline, willpower to succeed. You're shining in a lot of strength here. But whatever offer is coming towards you can be trusted, and you'll know in the moment. I said that before. You'll know what can be trusted and what feels safe and what does not. You will know. I want one more for this. Success, business owner. I feel it with this King of Ten of Swords in reverse. Regeneration of something that's been broken, making a comeback, reconciliation. But first, what comes? Reconciliation with self, finding this within self, right? That is where the magic begins. Self-love will bring in true love. Whatever's coming, it looks like you've got some good things to pick from. Let's just put it that way. I want one more. Oh. Judgment! Middle row. The heavens are sending this through. New spiritual story, another form of awakening. Whoever this person is, true grand awakening as well. This is being sent from the heavens. This is trumpet being blown, offer being granted. You will know. I just got goosebumps. You will know the right decision to make. Queen of Cups again, so you've got the double pairing. It's good. And you had the progression from the, we don't have the page here, but the Knight, the Queen, the King, a progressional journey of healing. You will see that through someone as well. Okay, don't overcommit. And you will know the right decision will not overwhelm you. Remember I said that. You are getting your sparkle back in your heart where you're actually ready, believe it or not. But you will be tested with the decision. Whatever makes you feel safe is the way that you're meant to go. Don't overcommit to something that makes you feel overwhelmed, or that may be just a habit. You will know, because whatever is not right will bring up Nine of Swords, mental anguish. Talking to myself, Three of Swords. So you had Three of Swords in reverse, Ten of Swords. It could be a past connection. It could be, because they're cards of reconciliation. You will know. But remember that Three of Swords in reverse. Again, just like the Ten of Swords, regeneration of self, mental anguish, making a comeback for self first. This is why this collective, it's so important, your self-love, so you make the right decision with what comes next. I always say, I'm going to get tested with the old to make room for the new. But if the old is presenting as new, they're locking in how they're meant to lock in. Although we don't have the twin flame card here. You'll know. You've got lovers at the bottom. One more. This is your next chapter, so this is knocking at your door. I don't want to be welcoming that chaos. One more. Twin flame union at the bottom. They're putting it up in the air. Four of Cups, don't be blinded. Don't be blinded. Whatever, my advice, whatever is, you cannot find center in and this is why it's so important you don't move forward. This could take weeks for you to simmer down in Four of Swords. There's something you need to really reflect the right way. There's something you need to see the right way, even if it is about your journey. And if it really is twin flame external reconciliation, the tough question you need to ask yourself, are you really in internal union? Because if you're not, you're delaying the inevitable. And this collective, what makes me feel something, you are so on the verge of really understanding what this all was for and solidifying it, right? Remember gratitude and why this all happened. Remember the gratitude of why this all had to happen. Seize the day. Get back to your magical self, your magical mind. Remember the importance of this for self first. Lovers came out again, but until you can trust in the energy, don't be tempted by the old. When you can move forward with the heart, not the mind, that's when it's time, right? Biggest thing is you'll know where to go with the direction you can trust and makes you feel sparkle and whole again. This is a wish coming true for the right collective, so it'll feel like a wish coming true. It won't feel like there's the stress and whatever makes you do that, that is not your wish coming true, right? Just remember that. All right, I'm going to quickly get you a Divine Door. I do have this other deck that I got. I've got a few new decks again that I've been waiting for. They're starting. The Third-Eyed Raven. Trust in your mind's eye. Your inner power is truly being activated right now. By your own command, you brought yourself here at this very moment in life. You have nothing to fear. One more. Sunset. Be important timing. But the colors of sunset, sunrise, calm in the soul. Time here turns to release and unfurl old cords of pain fade as the sunlight burns. Okay, you begin here, your new chapter, your new cycle. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now and here. I've got this... I got this deck that shuffle. They're really sticky cards. Like I actually really don't like. They stick to. They're like they feel like a velvety. It's weird. They're a shadow deck, but I really don't like the shuffling on this. Can you feel how they stick together? However this was made. Oh. All right, the image. This is what's trying to take over you. Don't worry about this. How do others see you? That's part of it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how do you see yourself? You don't need validation from others. You don't need words from others. You don't need that. This is what holds you back, especially with this connection. It does not matter what they need to say to you. Remember that part, right? I don't even need to. That just makes so much sense. The incomparable. It's been a theme through this. You need confidence. You need confidence. Okay. Who cares how anyone sees you in this world? Know your power. You're a star. Oh my God, literally, you're a star. 5, transformation. Your divine love, your divine journey is protected. 5, S, R, and X. X marks the spot. Pearl, don't take your gifts for granted. You're not a lost cause. This situation's not a lost cause. You do have a new beginning in love. It's so close. I can actually feel it. You are on the verge of something amazing. Something amazing. But you need to understand your inner power first. You've got white, black, and purple candle wax with a bit of sage. You could be a true witchy poo. I have Ra, I have Horus. Luck and protection has always been by your side before your first breath. Remember, land before time. 10, completion. 3rd of the 8th, 8th of the 3rd, 13th of the 8th. Oh, 1, inner identity, destiny. 10th of the 6th, 6th of the 10th, 10th of the 4th, 4th of the 10th, 12th of the 4th, 5th of the 1st, 1st of the 5th. All right, my loves. I love you guys. Center before making any important decisions that are coming for you. Just embody that King of Cups energy. All right, I love you guys.